This evening, women dominates in the inaugural oil and gas course. Linden Mabura Hill Road is currently undergoing maintenance according to the Minister of Public Works. Hundreds of squatters at Sarah Johanna served with eviction notices. In the region, Peru's President Castillo lifts Lima lockdown amid criticism, and internationally, Bucha killings, survivors recount Russian atrocities. Greetings and welcome to another edition of Channel 2 Headline News Updates. I am Baby Bacchus. Thank you for joining us. Women are performing admirably in the inaugural oil and gas course provided under the Guyana Online Academy of Learning Scholarship Program. Esther Sobers has more details.
At a time when women are fighting for equality in the job sector and shattering glass ceilings, they are also excelling in the first oil and gas course right here in Guyana, being offered through the Guyana Online Academy of Learning Scholarship Program. Chandrani Sugdio, who hails from Port Moron, Quarantine, is among the women dominating in the first oil and gas course. Sugdio said she is excited to have made it to the practical phase of the course as she anticipates the beginning of her new journey on the oil rig.
I was there scrolling like a normal kid one day, and the advertisement popped up, and I said, why not give it a try? I like to explore. I love be in the field, the hard work, get their hands dirty, and here am I today. I want to make female in general to not be afraid. Give it a try. Being a part of oil and gas, it's something I have never dreamt of, and I'm here today. And I really want to make Guyana a proud image to the Caribbean and elsewhere.
The young woman said she is prepared to deliver during the 5 weeks of practical training and has prepared her mind to face the challenges that may come along her path. Another successful woman, Latoya Cujo, stated that she has always wanted to work in the oil and gas industry. While there have been more challenges, she's thankful for her new experience and a chance to expand her horizons.
I decided to take an opportunity and apply, and I got positive feedback. So I said, you know what, let me go for this opportunity. My mom always tells me that I like challenges and I like to take up things with a positive mindset. So I went for it, and I'm so happy that I'm a part of the team right now. At first, I thought this would have been a position that's only suited for a man, but we have lots of females on this team. We're actually a balanced team. There's 6 males, 6 females, and we have the females doing just as hard work as the guys. We're lifting all of the hard stuff just as much as the guys. And believe me, these things are heavy. I feel like I'm a gym working out. So I said after this course, I'm going to be fit as well. Not only be a rigger, but a fit rigger.
Upon successful completion of the course, participants will be able to attain a Level 1 qualification from the Engineering Construction Industry Training Board. Also, they will be able to effectively operate and address challenges within the industry and develop further competencies in the workplace. The blended technical training program consists of 3 phases: an online pre-learning assessment, and a safe passport, and a technical pathway that includes a practical journey at the Treaty NRMEC headquarters in Lusignan, East Coast, Demerara. For Channel 2 Headline News, Esther Sobers.
Thanks, Esther. A 53-year-old miner of Triumph, East Coast, Demerara, was arrested after being found with over 270 grams of cannabis sativa at Vulture Boathouse, Forest Avenue, Bartica on Tuesday. According to a police report, around 10 a.m., the ranks of the Bartica police station were on a vehicle patrol in the vicinity of Vulture Boathouse when the suspect, upon seeing the patrol, ran back the said boathouse. The police gave chase and subsequently caught the man. A search of his body revealed a black plastic bag containing several leaves, seeds, and stems suspected to be cannabis. The suspect was told of the offense committed, cautioned, and admitted to ownership. He was arrested and escorted to the Bartica police station, where the suspected narcotics were weighed in his presence and amounted to 279 grams. The suspect was placed in custody pending charges. Maintenance work on the Linden Mabura Hill Road are currently being undertaken by the government. This is according to Minister of Public Works Bishop One Edgehill on Tuesday. The minister stated that as the government awaits funding from the Caribbean Development Bank, the road has deteriorated and subsequently maintenance work has begun. In February of 2022, Guyana received a no objection from the Caribbean Development Bank to construct the US $190 million road, which also received funding from the United Kingdom. Since then, the government has been in talks with a Brazilian construction company to build the road. Upon completion, the road, which spans 121 kilometers, will be upgraded to asphaltic concrete and is expected to transform the lives of persons living and doing business in the hinterland. Stick around after the break. Japan donates over $4 million worth of medical equipment to the Ministry of Health, and hundreds of squatters at Sarah Johanna served with eviction notices.
Maison Francois is the chocolate paradise of Guyana. From the moment you enter our store, you are welcomed by the sweet aroma of Belgian chocolate, pastries, and other artisanal treats handmade by our European-trained chef. Our convenient location at the City Mall is the perfect place to take that special someone or to take home a little sweetness. So treat yourself with a taste of Paris in the heart of Georgetown, only at Maison Francois.
Good girl forget things.
What's the problem, Granny?
I want money for borrow for those surgery. I was dancing and I fall and fracture my hip.
If you need some quick money, you should check Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop, Lot 238 South Road Border, Georgetown. Get jewelry made to order in just 72 hours. We also accept vehicles. Lender's, best rates, longest payback period.
Boys, I get through. Plus, I could dance again. Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
In a world filled with copycats and ever-changing trends, make your property stand out with unique concrete moldings. Different, exquisite designs carefully handcrafted to suit your style, with various customizable and antique and modern designs made at our factory. Antique and Modern Molding Establishment. We make your property outstanding. We make and install all moldings anywhere in Guyana. The best quality, affordable prices, on-the-spot quotes, and no hidden fees. Call us or WhatsApp us at 684-5050 or email us at modernestab@gmail.com. Antique and Modern Molding Establishment, made to stand out.
Furnishing your home or office has never been easier. Here at Kissoon's, our inventory of locally made and imported furniture, offered at amazing prices, will leave you wanting more. From vinyl, floor rugs and carpets, bedroom, dining and living room sets, mattresses, pillows, office desk, chairs and filing cabinets, outdoor benches and tables. We have a piece of furniture for every room imaginable in your home or office. Check out our flagship store at Industrial Site Ruimveldt or one of our branches in New Amsterdam, Port Morant, Riverton and Camp Street. Kissoon's Furniture, furnishing homes for over 50 years.
When you need money and you gotta get it fast, Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop is the place for that confidential transaction in a quiet and secure location. You'll get the highest value per pennyweight for your gold and also enjoy the lowest interest rates and longest payback period too. Yes, for that instant transaction to solve a pressing financial problem. That Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop, 4-6 Boyle Place, that's between the Ministry of Housing on Brick Dam and White Castle Fish Shop. Be your first and only choice. Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop, safe and sound, solid and secure, always there for you. Telephone 231-7878 and 223-8955.
Sooner or later you will have another power failure. Are you prepared for the next blackout? Some essential equipment such as security cameras, lights, internet, gate motors, and water pumps may stop working. How can you prevent the next blackout? InverterTech has an affordable solution for you. A strong UPS system which uses the latest inverter and solar battery technology to prevent blackout. We smartly calculate your average power demand so you don't spend more than you need to. Call 223-2233 for more information.
Welcome back. Guyana received a donation of US $4.6 million in medical equipment to assist in the fight against the COVID-19 pandemic from Japan through a partnership initiative with the United Nations Office for Project Services. The donation, which was handed over in 2 parts, included 4 fully equipped ambulances, ultrasound machines, and portable X-ray machines. The equipment will be distributed across 13 hospitals and would benefit more than 10,000 people in the surrounding communities. The director of the United Nations Office for Project Services Multi-Country Office, Alejandro Rossi, said his organization is honored to be part of an initiative that seeks to upgrade Ghana's healthcare sector.
It is an honor for UNOPS as a member of the United Nations system to work alongside with the Ministry of Health of Guyana and the Government of Japan towards an effective response to the pandemic and the strengthening of national health systems.
At a simple handing over ceremony at the Marriott Hotel's conference room, Dr. Frank Anthony expressed gratitude on behalf of the government and the people of Ghana for Japan's commitment to developing the local health sector. The minister explained that as a result of strong bilateral partnerships and substantial contributions, Guyana has been able to significantly mitigate the transmission of COVID-19.
So while our healthcare workers have put in their due and have worked in many instances beyond the call of duty, if we did not have the equipment, if we did not have the medicines, it would have been a challenge to be able to accomplish what we've accomplished today.
Dr. Anthony assured stakeholders that the equipment will be used to improve the overall quality of life for all citizens. Hundreds of squatters on the east bank of the Marara have been served with eviction notices, requiring them to depart the land on which they are squatting or face the consequences. More from Esther Sobers.
He started saying we got to move, and he started, insult us. He tell us that we nobody, we squatters, we are nobody, and start insult us, telling me that even to my mango tree that I plant in the yard and it's standing big, he telling me that don't look at that, I would chop that down, you ain't getting the fruits out of it. That's what he was telling me.
Almost 300 squatters from Sarah Johanna's East Bank Darara are in shambles after they were given letters to relocate within 7 days. Headline News spoke to several of the squatters who indicated that a businessman came to the community on March 16, 2021, distributing evacuation letters, whilst dismantling a few squatters' houses.
When I come here, me alone used to live at the back here, and then people come and help themselves, right? Well, we come to a solution now. Some Muslim man buy from the man only before, and he claiming for say the place is easy place, and the government may come and say them when they go in power, they go locate with the other land.
The Muslim claiming he buy 4 acre land. Watch how much bushes it got there. Why he take 4 acre and leave the people alone where they live? It's not that they come just on it before he buy. He come and buy the people them because he want this piece of place. So that is not fair. You know how much children living in here?
According to the residents, the said businessman visited the neighborhood 2 years ago and allegedly threatened a few of the residents.
He insulted us, he said, you got poison our children, you got poison the water, and all these things, you come break down our house and all these things. Pregnant mother, he threatened them that he would kick out the baby out their belly. My belly was big at that time when he threatened others' mothers.
When was this?
That was the first 2 years. Peter, it's 2 years time Muslim coming here, right? Yeah, my baby son, the other son is 2 years. When he come and threaten us, he will kick out the baby out of our belly if we don't move.
I'm a father of 5 children, and my name is Elroy Mohammed. When I come here, nobody did not give an object. Last 11 years ago, nobody did not give an object. Right? My children them grow right here, actually grow up right here. Right? When I put a building there, nobody never come and tell me that, this is my property. All of a sudden, this man come, right? He say he come in and squat just like everybody. After then he start with this bullyismness, right? Just so this man come in and this man start bully everybody.
The letter, which our newscast viewed, dated March 16, 2022, stated that illegal squatters failing to evacuate within 7 days will result in legal proceedings in the High Court without further notice. Nonetheless, the squatters plan to visit the government's office for assistance and guidance. For Channel 2 Headline News, Esther Sobers.
Thanks, Esther. A BK Quarries manager admitted to the murder of one of his co-workers at a worksite along a river in Cayenne, Mazaruni. The deceased man, 69-year-old Pitamber Sharma, a truck driver of Lagrange, West Bank, Demerara, was reportedly found afloat in the Mazaruni River on March 31st around 7 a.m., suspected to have fallen into the river and drowned. However, a post-mortem examination revealed otherwise. According to the post-mortem report, Pitamber Sharma died as a consequence of physical strangulation. With this new evidence in their hands, the police detectives questioned the manager, who eventually confessed to Sharma's murder. The manager revealed sometime around 6 p.m. on March 30th, Sharma had only that day returned to the worksite and threatened to complain to their supervisor about the poor quality of work done by the manager. The manager admitted he was furious that he would lose his position and attacked Sharma, choking him to death. Subsequently, he dragged and dumped the lifeless body into the Mazaruni River. The manager of BK Quarries is set to appear in court for the first time on Wednesday. Don't go away after the break. Peru's President Castillo lifts Lima lockdown amid criticism and Starlink interference. Astronomers complain of satellite light pollution. But before that, here's the bridge retraction schedule.
Furnishing your home or office has never been easier. Here at Kissoon's, our inventory of locally made and imported furniture, offered at amazing prices, will leave you wanting more. From vinyl, floor rugs and carpets, bedroom, dining and living room sets, mattresses, pillows, office desk, chairs and filing cabinets, outdoor benches and tables. We have a piece of furniture for every room imaginable in your home or office. Check out our flagship store at Industrial Site Ruimveldt or one of our branches in New Amsterdam, Port Morant, Riverton and Camp Street. Kissoon's Furniture, furnishing homes for over 50 years.
Good girl forget things.
What's the problem, Granny?
I want money for borrow for do a surgery. I was dancing and I fall and fracture my hip.
If you need some quick money, you should check Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop, Lot 238 South Road, Border, Georgetown. Get jewelry made to order in just 72 hours. We also accept vehicles. Lender's, best rates, longest payback period.
Boys, I get through. Plus, I could dance again.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Maison Francois is the chocolate paradise of Guyana. From the moment you enter our store, you are welcomed by the sweet aroma of Belgian chocolate, pastries and other artisanal treats handmade by our European-trained chef. Our convenient location at the City Mall is the perfect place to take that special someone or to take home a little sweetness. So treat yourself with a taste of Paris in the heart of Georgetown, only at Maison Francois.
Sooner or later you will have another power failure. Are you prepared for the next blackout? Some essential equipment such as security cameras, lights, internet, gate motors, and water pumps may stop working. How can you prevent the next blackout? InverterTech has an affordable solution for you. A strong UPS system which uses the latest inverter and solar battery technology to prevent blackout. We smartly calculate your average power demand so you don't spend more than you need to. Call 223-2233 for more information.
In a world filled with copycats and ever-changing trends, make your property stand out with unique concrete moldings. Different, exquisite designs carefully handcrafted to suit your style, with various customizable and antique and modern designs made at our factory. Antique and Modern Molding Establishment. We make your property outstanding. We make and install all moldings anywhere in Guyana. The best quality, affordable prices, on-the-spot quotes, and no hidden fees. Call us or WhatsApp us at 684-5050 or email us at modernestab@gmail.com. Antique and Modern Molding Establishment, made to stand out.
When you need money and you gotta get it fast, Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop is the place for that confidential transaction in a quiet and secure location. You'll get the highest value per pennyweight for your gold and also enjoy the lowest interest rates and longest payback period too. Yes, for that instant transaction to solve a pressing financial problem. That Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop, 46 Boyle Place, that's between the Ministry of Housing on Brick Dam and White Castle Fish Shop. Be your first and only choice. Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop, safe and sound, solid and secure, always there for you. Telephone 231-7878 and 223-8955.
Welcome back. Now we take a look at news in the region and around the world. Peruvian President Pedro Castillo has lifted a mandatory lockdown imposed in the country's capital and a nearby town after the measures spurred widespread criticism, anger, and fresh protests in the streets of Lima. Al Jazeera's Mariana Sanchez reports.
Protesters defied a mandatory curfew. President Pedro Castillo imposed the measure late on Monday. Protesters said it infringed on their freedom. Police tried to contain the people's anger. They used tear gas as thousands of Peruvians demanded Castillo's resignation. Many had come to rally peacefully, with children and the elderly joining the demonstrations. Antonio Portugal says he'll protest until Castillo is ousted.
Indignado! I'm so angry. We cannot have this kind of a president. We have to put pressure on him to leave and to leave now.
Stores, schools and markets remained closed for most of the day. The army was deployed to some districts. Pedro Castillo was under pressure and lifted the curfew 6 hours before it was due to end. The spike in fuel, food and fertilizer prices was too much, even for the president's former supporters. Poor Peruvians, whose hopes were raised when he came to power last year, are now turning their backs on the government.
The truth is that Castillo has to leave because he's inept. This is not a government. Out with him.
The president met lawmakers to find a solution to the crisis, but left without announcing any plan.
The situation is getting more tense in the streets of the capital as the hours go by, with protesters throwing rocks at police and police responding with tear gas. Now, these are a series of protests that began a week ago, and many believe that they will continue.
Whatever Castillo decides to do next, protesters here say they are fed up with a president who's not fit to govern. Mariana Sanchez, Al Jazeera, Lima, Peru.
Internationally, last month, Ukraine received help from aerospace CEO Elon Musk to provide satellite internet to the war-torn country, but astronomers are complaining about the light pollution produced by the communications satellite. Al Jazeera's Lucy Newman reports.
When you gaze at the sky, you're likely not only seeing stars, but increasingly low Earth orbit satellites. There's so many, they often look like a moving, glittering train. Closer to Earth, children at this primary school in north-central Chile are enjoying the benefits. The Manuel de Salas school was one of hundreds that had limited or no access to the internet until it acquired a Starlink high-speed satellite connection.
It's an incredible change in terms of what we can do in class now. It's a very important educational tool, not just for us, but all schools.
Starlink is Elon Musk's latest aerospace manufacturing project. Along with rival services such as Jeff Bezos' Amazon, it aims to provide high-speed internet to the most remote corners of the globe, where connectivity is difficult or impossible. Chile was the first Latin American country to license such services.
What's not visible is the Starlink satellite that makes all this technology possible. So far, there are 1,500 of them out there in outer space, but the company has been authorized to place as many as 12,000 in the next 5 years.
And that's the trouble. The satellites are competing with another scientific wonder, modern astronomy. The world's largest telescope, the ELT, is being built in northern Chile, which will soon house 70% of the world's astronomical infrastructure. But astronomers say light pollution and frequencies generated by low-orbit satellites are interfering with all-important observations of other planets.
But what has to happen to be able to coexist together is communication and collaboration. If we don't talk to each other, we are not going to reach agreements.
Mr. Chavarria argues that observatories are just as necessary as internet from outer space.
We are going to be able to see if those planets have oxygen, for example, if there is any chance that there may be some kind of life in those planets. And we're giving those first steps into looking for future homes for humanity.
The United States Office for Outer Space Affairs is working on rules for frequencies and coordinates to create a global system for sharing outer space, for the benefit of all of those on Earth, large and small. Lucia Newman, Al Jazeera, Guanaqueros, Chile.
And finally, the Ukrainian city of Bucha has been at the center of alleged atrocities carried out by the Russian forces for days now. The killings have drawn widespread condemnation from around the world, and now even more footage has emerged. A warning, this report contains images that viewers may find disturbing. Al Jazeera's Imran Khan reports.
Bodies weren't just left in the streets. As Ukrainian troops and police investigators go house to house, they find more victims in Bucha, charred remains piled on top of each other.
It's horrible. You see, it's just 6 bodies here, and that house, you can see maybe 3, and that house, it's maybe 1 body. It's shot. They was shot and burned after it.
A whole town, a suburb of Kyiv, is now a crime scene. Witnesses say Russian troops became stuck due to Ukrainian resistance and went on a killing spree. Natalia Alexandrova says Russian soldiers checked her nephew's phone before taking him away. His remains were recently discovered.
He was probably killed on the 8th of March. He was lying all this time in the basement. His body was found 4 days ago, and we buried him. He was shot in the ear.
Pictures released by the Ukrainian military show what appears to be a torture chamber in another basement where people were handcuffed and shot while on their knees. As residents return home, confirmation that multiple family members are gone. Ira Gavrilyuk found 3 bodies in her yard. One is her brother, another her husband. The scenes from Bucha appear on Russian state television. Viewers are told that Ukrainian Nazis carried out the killings, a provocation by NATO.
These are fake atrocities which the Russian army was immediately accused of, and Western media began to repeat the accusations simultaneously and without a break for sleep.
It's more about psychological self-defense when ordinary Russians do protect themselves from what goes absolutely against their beliefs and what should force them to think about their own leadership as war criminals.
Every gruesome discovery and newspaper headline now used to feed the war machine. The blame game aside, there's now a real fear that the scenes that we witnessed in Bucha will be repeated in other cities across Ukraine. Cities like Kharkiv, Chernihiv and Mariupol. Imran Khan, Al Jazeera, Kyiv.
And that is it for today's regional and international news. Here now is your 3-day weather forecast. And that is all for this edition of Channel 2 Headline News Update. Tune in on Thursday at 7 p.m. for another episode. Be sure to subscribe, like, and follow us on Facebook and YouTube. Until then, please take care of yourself and each other.